welcome everyone. Buddy to another. A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Okoro is out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. And for the Hornets, Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Mark Williams out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Okogie in at small forward. And stolen by Mobley. Mitchell up top. Back to Mobley from downtown. The rebound by Bridges.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Well, that's a set that's comfortable for Bridges. I mean, he's got a good feel for the pick and roll, either as a creator or as a finisher.
Charlotte foul call. Josh Okogie. First personal foul. First team foul.
The three from Okoro. Buries it from three.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Charlotte. Ball looks over the floor. The three is up. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. And you look at what they've accomplished this year on the road. 30 wins and counting.
Yeah, they're reaching those historical numbers reserved only for the greatest teams in NBA lore. The types of rosters filled with talent, experience, desire, all built to win championships. I think you can say the same thing about this team. That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Now here's Mitchell. Lets the three fly. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game.
Just 1 of 4 from the floor, not the start they were looking for here.
Pass the ball. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Fires for three. They grab their own miss. Williams passes to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller's so quick off the catch.
Cleveland has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And right away, Brandon Miller showed that he was a star in the making, Grant.
Yeah, he's a 3-level scorer.
Oh, man.
Whoa! Punch, that was.
Bad intentions.
Oh, guys. I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
Miller, the pass to Ball. And Ball throws it down.
And one move ahead of it defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And he lobs it up top. And out of bounds, the Hornets will take it. And here's a look at the top shooters last season. No wasted chances among this group. The fourth spot held by Jared Allen.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Ryan, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie. Hunter up top, coming in off 12 points in his last outing. And it's good. 2 points.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Out to Bridges. Screen by Bridges. There's Ball with a three. Mobley grabs the board.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Okoro, right side. From the arc. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Here's Okogie. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
Well, I like this from Okogie. I mean, still refining his perimeter game, so he makes his presence felt inside.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Hunter. Mitchell, a screen on Miller. Hunter, good.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. It's a three-point game. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the wing on the left. There's Ball with a three. Knocks down the triple. Ball's got 5 points. And here's Mitchell. Here's Okoro. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
Ball. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that does it for the first quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hornets?
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Josh Okogie is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Williams in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Hornets 5. Mobley on a screen. Here's Mitchell. Look out! Spider Mitchell put on a show.
The burst and power of Mitchell on full display. This guy's incredible.
And the creative LaMelo Ball. Anytime he touches the rock, Clark, you expect a highlight reel play. How fun is he?
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to watch. He's so uber creative, and he's got a flash and a flair to his game, but he's highly skilled and fundamentally sound, too. That's the one part that sometimes can be lost amidst all the flash. He's a fun guy to watch hoop, that's for sure.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Hunter against Ball. Mobley down low. For 3, Allen. And the Cavaliers, another 3.
3 points.
I see you, Jared. I see you expanding your game, broadening the horizons. Nice looking shot there, big fella.
Here's Ball. He takes it in. LaMelo working inside. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Yeah, the former dunk contest champ, Donovan Mitchell, showing off his bounce.
Ball passes to Williams, and Williams punches it home.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
From deep, Mobley. The Hornets pull it in. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Okogie. Is rebounded by Okoro.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Here's Allen. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Allen's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, exhibiting toughness right there and persistence. Allen might have been fouled on that inside basket.
Ball outside. The rebound by Donovan Mitchell.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Oh, Williams with the block. To the middle. Here's Bridges. And he jams it down right on top of Jared Allen.
Such an athletic guy. Bridges just hammers it down.
Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
4 on the clock. And it's Mitchell. The miss. Charlotte leading by 3. Ball outside. Williams with the screen. Floats one. And the little runner is good from Ball.
Deadly in the pick and roll. LaMelo Ball can do anything out of that particular set. This time calling his own number.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Okogie. Here's Miller. Hits the trifecta. And now an 8-point Hornet lead.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Driving inside, Mitchell uses his speed to get the better of the defense. They just can't keep up. Going dunk for dunk. It's an aerial display.
Hey, and we may get another one this next trip up the floor.
Why not? I say keep them coming.
A strong move by Mitchell inside.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Miller outside. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Charlotte up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be back in a moment.
You take a look at the Hornets. Like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone starts out undefeated. It is a hopeful time of year for everybody. All right, looking back now at that first half, a bit of a hill to climb for the Cavaliers.
To me, it starts with...
Thanks for tuning in.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the court for the Cavaliers, we've got Green. Chuma Okeke is out there with Max Strus. Then it's Darius Garland, and it's Thompson in at the center, filling out the middle. And here's Nurkic for three. Here's the second effort. Here's Mann. Pass to Diabate. Outside for Green. Here's Nurkic. There's the three. And he can't get that one. Fast break, Cleveland. Here's Okeke. That one goes. Count it. Okeke's gotten his first bucket of the night. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
And here's Nurkic for three. Thompson pulls it in.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
Green against Green. Outside, Green. The three. Rebounded by Nurkic. Hornets leading by 8. On the wing man, guarded by Garland. Gets the three to fall. Man's got 5 now.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And a miss there on the triple.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebound, and you've certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
That's a good way to shrink the deficit. Strong defense turns into easy offense.
Outside man. Here's the floater. And the layup is up and in. 7 points in the game.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
In the middle of his 3rd year in the league, Clark, Trey Mann was traded out of OKC.
Yeah, that team was so deep, that Thunder team, BA. It was hard for Mann to find playing time, and now he's got a chance to play more with the expanded minutes. He's shown you that he can get it done at both ends.
Thompson, no good.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Green. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one's on Darius Garland. And how about the Aussie Josh Green? An athletic wing. He's become a real threat from outside.
And I like that he's added that to his game because he gives you all the intangibles. He's a physical presence. He's an excellent defender. He moves well without the ball. When he's knocking down threes, it takes him to another level as an offensive player. He's got a chance to be a really special player going forward.
Their three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
3rd quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Pass to Okeke. Outside, Green. Launches a three. Offensive rebound. Thompson passes to Green. Tries again. Tipped. Williams with it. No made baskets yet. Pass to Nurkic. Outside man. Uneasy, too, on the layup. And now it's a 12-point Charlotte lead.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Garland, no good. Charlotte's gone 1 of 4 here in the 3rd from range. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's man. The kick out to Williams. And stolen by Green. Williams passes to man. Knocks it down from distance. Man's got 12 points in just the second half.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Garland, no good.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And so it's Charlotte liking their chances, ending the quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Williams. And it's Okogie in at the three. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Williams a screen on Green. Miller. Three-pointer off the mark.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Williams a screen on Garland. The three from Ball. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Here's Okogie. Hits the three-pointer.
Boy, because of his athleticism, when Josh Okogie is knocking down the three-point shot, he is really uber dangerous.
And the shot is good by Garland.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Here's Ball. And Charlotte again with the bucket. And it's Garland with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 14. Pass to Thompson. And out of bounds. Charlotte will have it. Charlotte's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Pulls up on the wing. Green against Miller. The shake. And he takes it up and lays it in.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
And it's Garland on the drive. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. And Graham, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
Boy, making it look very easy. Ball has been unguardable tonight.
Cavaliers trail by 16. Stolen by Ball. And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Off the inbound. And he sinks the layup. Ball's got 8 here in this quarter.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
It's tipped.
Well, you see the defensive prowess there. I mean, I love when Okogie gets up and sends it back. Not many guys of his size can do that.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
It's hard to question the energy LaMelo Ball brings to the court every night, Clark.
It certainly is, and it's contagious, B.A. That's what I like about it. He elevates other guys. As a teammate playing with LaMelo, he elevates your energy level because you've got to match his. He gives the team, I think, a nice edge in being able to perform on a consistent basis.
Bridges. The kick out to Ball. 4-3. Drops in the 3. Ball's got 27 points.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Hornets.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for LaMelo Ball.
You look forward to playing with someone who doesn't just move the ball, but moves it with a purpose.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Over the past few seasons, we've seen a big youth movement in the NBA, Clark, with average age dropping to an all-time low.
Yeah, those are the facts, and it's great that there's so much talent. I don't dismiss or discount that at all, but you still have to have a level of value and appreciation for what experienced veterans can bring to your makeup and to your team. That experience is invaluable, and very few teams win at a high level without having a blend of young talent and talented experience, too.
Now Garland. On the wing, Thompson. Williams defending. Fires from the wing. And the shot no good, a bit short.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Oh, there's the alley! 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. A clear look for Green. They get it again. No good there. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
Inside, and it's Bridges with the jam.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Garland for 3. Connects from downtown. And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what. Give
what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Walker in at the small 4. Good on the shot.
Yeah, give Halliburton credit for staying with the play. You've got to be able to fend off that defense and still finish.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Williams, a screen on Mathurin. Miller outside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
Halliburton for 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here is Miller. Williams has a screen for Miller. Floats it up for Williams. Turner with the steal. And here we go. Halliburton heading to the hoop. Plays it in off the breakaway. Halliburton's got 7 points in the game.
You got to be careful with the ball around Miles Turner. This guy is so capable of anticipating and taking it away.
You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
That he's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and think there were years because he was playing alongside another big that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
Here's Halliburton. Following the basket by LaMelo Ball. Turner with the screen for Halliburton. And Indiana, another 3.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Here's Ball. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Ball's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, the quickness helps LaMelo Ball out inside right there. Just allows him to get the quick drop on the defense.
Indiana's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Here's Halliburton. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
The drive-by ball to the paint. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Bridges. And it's sent back by Turner.
How about Turner's ability to anticipate when the shooter's going to release? Couldn't be better at timing his rejections. He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Back to Miller. Lets it fly. The offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Boy, I admire the effort that Josh Okogie brings to the court. This guy never gives up on a play.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, thank you. I briefly spoke with Charlotte's head coach. We talked about the challenge of game planning for Tyrese Halliburton. Coach said we have to stay in front of him. The second he gets a step on us, that's when it's got to pick your poison with him. If our guys stay in front of him, I think we should be fine. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Now, here is Miller. And Miller throws it down hard.
Oh, easy money for Miller. He just generates offense.
Hey, DB, we don't see a lot of them, but from what you have seen and heard, what can the Charlotte Hornets do better to improve their overall game?
Well, I think one of the things you have to look at is what are they doing successfully on the offensive end and what are their weaknesses? One of the weaknesses is drawing fouls and getting opportunities at the free throw line. To me, Kev, the best teams do a good job of getting easy points, whether in transition or at the charity stripe.
And here's Halliburton following LaMelo Ball's 3. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie.
Second team.
That is his first foul of the game. Halliburton outside, driving to the basket. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Halliburton's got 14.
Oh, man, off to a terrific start. Yet to miss with 6 made buckets.
The kick out to Williams. Back to Ball. 6 to shoot. Williams has a screen for Ball. Charlotte needs to get a shot. They get the rebound, and it's Williams throwing it down.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. And it's Halliburton missing. The Hornets have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Okogie misses.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Here's Turner. The second chance effort, and it's Turner finishing it off.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards. It's a tie game in Charlotte. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
On the court for Indiana, Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here is Halliburton. Not a lot of room. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%. Well, certainly with one of the more unique shots in the NBA, Halliburton gets it done.
You know, Kevin, credit to Halliburton and the organizations he's played for, because a lot of them would have changed or tried to rebuild their shot. Halliburton and his organizations knew the shot worked, and he stuck with it. And now he's one of the best shooters at his position.
And a wide open look for Siakam. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Charlotte in the lead. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That's foul number 2 for him.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
Williams, a screen on Halliburton. Ball, no good. The Pacers shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball. I feel like I can do...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised.
Comes to some of the more difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. The Pacers beat them last time when these two teams met in Indiana.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
Good work there as it goes.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Mathurin against Ball. The tray. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Boy, a lot of confidence to Mathurin's game. That efficiency has to get better, but he is not shy.
Again, Ball missing. Indiana's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And that one is good.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap of young stars and positional fits for each side. I'll tell you, the vision is simply special. LaMelo Ball toys with the defense, creates easy opportunities for his teammates.
Turner with the screen. And it's Halliburton missing. For Charlotte, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field.
Wow, that explosive first step. Josh Okogie sees a driving lane and says, yes, sir, I'm finishing this one.
Mathurin against Ball. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Mark Williams.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Miller finds Ball. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against the Thunder. Pacers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Second team foul.
The first one falls.
What we know about Tyrese Halliburton, this guy always ready to push the pace. He's got a ton of energy. He's willing to outrun and outwork other guys.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Ball kicks to Miller. Ball with a wide open look. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Ball's got the game tied up here for the Hornets. There's the three, and it's sent back by Turner.
An elite rim protector and shot blocker. Turner excels at rising up and denying those shots.
Turner with the steal. Here's Siakam. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And get ready for the fan.
And something out of left field for you guys.
Ernie, left field, this is not baseball. This is a basketball show.
And returning now to that first half of our featured matchup, the strong play of Tyrese Halliburton has been a major contribution. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
We've got Williams. Green is out there with Trey Mann. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Diabate in at the four-man position. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Just 5 on the clock. Toppin passes to Shepard. And it's Toppin, that time on the assist from Shepard. And the Pacers lead by 2.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Down low, here's Diabate. He gets that one.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the new leadership in Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate. But with some promising young players and more health, there's nowhere to go but up. Kevin?
Health is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
And Doris, a new era began in Charlotte after Michael Jordan's departure as owner in 2023.
And Kevin, with that ownership change, there's always a transition period, and it may take a while for the Hornets to find success, but there are some reasons for optimism, and you begin with the young point guard.
Here's Shepard, guarded by Green. Pass to Toppin. Diabate grabs the board.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Man passes to Nurkic. Back to Man. Back to Nurkic. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
On the wing, Bryant. Still scoreless.
The chemistry Toppin has with his teammates. Just get up over the rim and finish it with authority, Obi.
Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. Let's see some of the numbers here for Aaron. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Nembhard. Pass to Bryant. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
What power inside by Thomas Bryant. Boy, don't mess with this guy.
Here's Man. His three-pointers off the mark. Pacers leading by 5. It took some time, DB, but it's starting to come together, it seems, for Obi Toppin.
Yeah, but the athleticism has always been there for Obi. I think the question was, how could he help his team beyond being a vertical threat at the rim? He now is in the perfect spot. He play with pace. He's starting to be able to put it on the deck, and now he's got to improve his defense.
Here's Man. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Williams for 3. Offensive rebound. Pass to Nurkic. Screen by Nurkic. To the inside. A steal. Now here's Toppin. Defended by Man. 1:03 left to play in the third. Here's Nesmith. And Nesmith with the slam.
and creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
But if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead. I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
And here is Toppin. He has 7. He takes it in, and then Toppin with the jam.
My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
Man passes to Nurkic. Buries the long-range jumper. Nurkic has got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Nembhard with it. Scoreless thus far. To the left wing. Toppin, no one around him. A 3-pointer, no good. Now, man. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
6 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. There's Miller with the 3, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. Williams with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. There's Ball with the 3. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. Pacers leading by 5. Siakam with it. Now guarded by Ball. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. And he makes the first. Well, Doris, before he started playing basketball, Siakam was on the path to priesthood. And there are a lot of GMs in the NBA saying, amen, that he chose basketball.
Kevin, this young man actually attended a seminary and didn't pick up a basketball until he was 16. But even with that, he's built himself into an all-star and a champion. An incredible journey.
And it's Miller penetrating, and it's Miller with the jam.
And Miller moves well for a guy his size and finds the shot there off the drive.
Mathurin with a screen for Halliburton. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Ball no good. Pacers leading by 7. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Turner with a screen on Miller. Here's Mathurin, powered down with both hands.
And one of the better athletes in his draft class, Mathurin, with quick lift off the floor and then the power to hammer it home.
Williams, a screen on Halliburton. There's Ball with the 3, sinks the triple. Ball's got 19 points.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Now, here is Halliburton. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Turner inside. He's guarded by Williams. Just 3 to shoot. Turner with a screen for Walker. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. And the Pacers lead by 9.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
There's a screen. Miller with a wide open look. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Well, the big-time answer by Brandon Miller.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for Indiana. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Siakam a screen on ball. Kicks it out to Siakam. Shoots over Bridges. Siakam's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Bridges passes the ball. And so they foul intentionally.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul.
To the paint, here's Bridges. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 5 here tonight.
High stakes moment, and Miles Bridges does not shy away. Go ahead, young sir.
Miller against Walker. Halliburton feeling it out a bit. 5 to shoot. The Hornets pull it in. Miller outside. Pass to Williams. Outside, Ball. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Okogie misses. Indiana's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Turner against Williams. Turner passes to Halliburton. And now Williams running the floor all by himself.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That will be foul number 5 on him. 32 seconds left in the fourth. On the wing, Mathurin. He's covered by Ball. Over in the corner, Turner. Shot clock at 5. On the wing, Turner. They could use a bucket. It doesn't go for him. And it's Miller penetrating. Williams in the post. Okogie for 3. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy.
NBA season just getting started here. Still some jitters for the rookies on these teams, RJ.
It takes time for rookies to really feel at home in an NBA game. The first few, though, they move like a blur.
A look at Indiana's starting group. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. Three-pointer Mathurin on target from range.
He's got that guard quickness. Mathurin showing off his catch-and-shoot ability.
Now here's Mitchell. Pass to Mobley. And here's Okoro. Mobley, a screen on Mathurin. Okoro, no good. To the paint. And here's Mathurin. Clock at 4. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Stolen by Mitchell. Mobley with it. Halliburton picks him up. 13 feet out. Mobley finds Mitchell. Driving to the basket. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Look at that grittiness of Mitchell. He hits resistance inside and still gets through it.
And Richard, thinking about Donovan Mitchell, he just has a total impact on the game.
It's crazy to think that he's in the prime of his career, but every single year he continues to get better. I still think there are more levels for him to go.
Now here's Okoro. Walker covering. And Okoro gets it to go.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Turner, a screen on Mitchell. Pass to Turner. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And you look at what they've accomplished this year on the road. 30 wins and counting.
Yeah, they're reaching those historical numbers reserved only for the greatest teams in NBA lore. The types of rosters filled with talent, experience, desire, all built to win championships. I think you can say the same thing about this team.
Turner, a screen on Hunter. Clock at 6. Here's Halliburton. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Mitchell against Halliburton. From the high post. Mitchell misses.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, the Pacers love to push it up. Tyrese Halliburton said, it's our biggest strength. Teams don't want to run with us. They know when you play us, have your track shoes ready, especially if you're coming off of a back-to-back or you have a packed schedule. You do not want to see us. Brian, they have their identity.
No doubt about that, and it starts with him. Out of bounds, it'll be Indiana's ball. And with this pause, a check on the stats to show you which teams led the league in assists last year. Number 1, the Pacers.
It was a joy to watch these guys play. Constant ball movement and player movement. Defenses were worn out by the end of games.
Halliburton against Hunter. A minute 20 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Mathurin. And the bucket is good. Mathurin's got 5 points.
Great body control allows Mathurin to finish through contact.
Halliburton against Mitchell. Mobley outside. Pass to Allen. Back to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Not a long way up for Mobley, but he rises to the rim for the finish.
Three-pointer Mathurin. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist. Give him 8 points now.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Allen with a screen on Halliburton. Allen left side. Okoro outside. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. 18 feet out. And that one comes up a bit short. Indiana leading. Three-pointer Mathurin. That one is off. Hunter with some nice D. Here's Allen. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. Benedict Mathurin picks one up.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Halliburton with the ball. And the jam by Walker. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, let me get your thoughts on the Pacers and how they're playing so far.
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
On the floor for Indiana, Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. Allen on the wing. Rebounded by Halliburton.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court. Up in the face of the ball handler, Mitchell takes pride in both sides of the ball.
Allen inside, working on Walker.
Walker takes first team foul.
Okoro outside. Lets it go from deep. Cleveland gets it back. Here's Hunter. Okoro outside. Mobley, a screen on Mathurin. 6 to shoot.
They look frustrated right now. Nothing seems to be falling, and it's starting to get to them.
Here's Halliburton. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pacers?
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense. And great job to establish position and square up.
Hunter against Halliburton. Look at Halliburton converting through contact.
And this is how competitive Halliburton is. Doesn't allow some contact to distract him from scoring.
Double team on Mitchell. Hunter against Walker. Mathurin with a steal. Pass to Okoro. Nails it from 3. Okoro's got 5 points.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Halliburton against Hunter. Outside Mathurin. Back to Halliburton. Tyrese playing big in the painted area. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Mitchell, and he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
We talked about the guys who play bigger than their listed size, and Donovan Mitchell is at the top of that list.
Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Oh, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Siakam the screen. And the foul on DeAndre Hunter. That's his first foul of the game. And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Home court didn't seem to help last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Last game, their starting lineup struggled to stay on the floor. It just put too much pressure on the bench.
Expect to see them being much more careful tonight because of that. Maybe being a little less aggressive.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Halliburton. Back to Turner. Outside Mathurin. Second chance shot. And he goes in for the dunk.
And right now, Mathurin is on a roll. This young guy continues to do whatever he wants.
Oh, Mitchell taking no chances.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Here's Halliburton. Mobley with the block.
Hard to protect your shot from Mobley's length. Look, he just bats that ball away.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift. Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
And it's Allen who slams it home.
Easy for the big man Allen to get up and throw it down.
Mathurin against Mitchell. Pass to Turner. Soft touch off the glass. Turner's got his first points of the night.
Smart bucket by Turner. Use your length and score it in close.
From deep, Mitchell. Indiana with a rebound. Outside Mathurin. It's stolen by Hunter. Here's Allen. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's the Indiana Pacers closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. A hot start. Coach, what did you like about this team's execution off?
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
You look at Cleveland, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes. And then you have...
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the Pacers.
They're efficient.
Thanks for joining us.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Nice game. Great performance by Benedict Mathurin.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Chuma Okeke is out there with Thompson. Then it's Darius Garland. Then it's Max Strus. And it's Green in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Garland looking around. Shot clock at 6. Yep, that one goes. Garland's got his first 2 points.
Looking for a high percentage shot. Garland wants the best look he can get.
And in Garland, we're looking at one of the best passers in the league, Richard.
I don't think he gets enough credit for it. He's got such a great feel for the game, the way he wiggles in and out of the lane. It is so impressive. He is such a great, confident floor leader. Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And the call will be against Andrew Nembhard. That's his first foul. Outside Garland. Outside Strus. 4 on the clock. From deep. Indiana with a rebound. Here's Nembhard. Up and in on the layup.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Garland, the pass to Okeke. Outside, Green. Buries it from 3.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Toppin inside. Okeke's there. A nice shot by Toppin.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Now Garland. There's a screen by Okeke. Lets it go. They get it back. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
There's a screen, and it's Garland on the drive. Basket's good. Garland's got his second bucket on the night.
Just slicing his way to the rack. This man is so crafty. I love it when Garland takes charge like this.
Nembhard with it. He's picked up by Garland. The teardrop. The shot by Nembhard, no good.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Toppin outside. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Cavaliers trail by 6. Here's Garland. Nice move. And that's 2 points on the layup. Garland's gotten his 3rd basket of the night. The Pacers have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the 3rd. There's a screen. Pass to Shepherd. 54 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter here. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Pacers lead by 6.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Outside Garland. Nice D from Nembhard. The Pacers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the 3rd. There's Nesmith with a 3. Counted from distance. And it's a 9-point Indiana lead.
Even though he hasn't lit up the scoreboard, I like how he's keeping others involved.
Garland, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Toppin. And yep, it's good. Toppin's got 6.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Outside Strus. Cleveland again missing. Here they come with numbers in transition. Here's Shepard. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Indiana Pacers. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's all due to their ability to own. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Walker in at the 3. And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. And it's Mathurin missing. And Mobley has got the ball here for Cleveland. Trailing by 8. And there's a whistle. That goes on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul. Here's Mitchell. Pass to Mobley. It's stolen by Halliburton. Now the Pacers on the move. Tipped. Turner against Allen. Okoro passes to Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Now here's Mathurin, guarded closely. Clock at 6. Here's Turner. There's the drive. Yep, that one goes. And the Pacers lead by 8.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
The 3 from Mitchell. Here's Allen.
Walker, his second team foul.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Mitchell against Halliburton. Oh, Mitchell looking like a wrecking ball.
And we know Mitchell can get up and throw it down with the best of them, especially when he's attacking full speed.
And the foul on DeAndre Hunter. That'll be a second foul of the game. Here's Mathurin. Yes, great play by Walker to set it up.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Mitchell against Halliburton. Mobley on a screen. Here's Mitchell. Pascal Siakam with a rebound. Indiana leading by 8. Outside Walker. Kicks it out to Siakam. Pure from three-point range. Siakam's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. And it's Mitchell, the miss.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Here's Halliburton. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Yeah, nice effort from Halliburton, working to get that point-blank shot.
Here's Mitchell. Ooh, power move by Mitchell.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter.
2 minutes.
Outside for Halliburton. Back to Mathurin. Siakam outside. 6 on the shot clock. Takes it inside. Mobley with the block.
Sensational swat from Mobley. I love how hard he goes on the defensive end.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. .141 left to play in the fourth quarter. Now here's Mitchell. Mitchell gets a step. Oh, he just slams it right over Pascal Siakam.
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You can tell with that smile on his face. Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
Halliburton with the ball. Guarded now by Mitchell. Hunter against Matherin. And the foul on DeAndre Hunter. That's his third foul of the game. And there's the lob. And the jam by Walker.
Nice slam by the big man Walker, making his presence felt there inside.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Okoro outside. The kick to Hunter. 5 on the clock. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Here's Halliburton. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And it's good for 2. And the Pacers lead by 11.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
His fourth team foul. Shooting for
First free throw is good.
Yeah, it's hard to argue against Halliburton as the best passer in the league right now. I know he's the most exciting for sure.
And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Hunter against Walker. Hunter, good. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. Three-pointer, Halliburton. No good. And so Indiana takes this one by a big margin. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Rick.
Night broadcast here on two case and a look at the starters for the Hornets. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Miles Bridges is out there with Mark Williams. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position. And for Cleveland, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Okoro out there with Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3 slot. Here's Ball. Coaching staffs, Clark, have certainly grown since your time in the league. Do you think that can lead to too many voices in the locker room?
I really don't think that's an issue, Kevin, because no matter how many coaches you have, typically they are all in sync, and the head coach has usually put his staff together, and therefore they're moving in the same direction.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Now, here's Ball. Pass to Bridges. Outside, Ball. Off target with his 3. Cleveland with the ball. And a record-setting season continues for him. Now up over 30 road wins.
And, well, you're talking maybe only 15 times in the history of the NBA has a team cleared 30 road wins in a single season. And in that group, a lot of teams that went on to win the championship. I think a lot of people would say this team is the favorite to go all the way.
And what stands out most, Clark, about Mark Williams, it has to be his rebounding.
Yeah, he's a glass-eating machine, and on a per-minute basis, he's one of the best in the league at corralling boards. But he's had a little bit of an issue staying healthy. When he's on the floor, though, he gives them a real powerful presence up front.
Now, here's Ball. Following the missed shot by DeAndre Hunter. Hunter against Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Among the best ball handlers in the league, for sure. LaMelo right to the rack.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Now, here's Hunter. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. Buries it from three-point range.
A lot of focus on the part of Mobley. Gets great position, feet set, and lets it fly.
Bridges kicks the ball. He gets it in there. Ball's got 6.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kenny Atkinson and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. In talking to Coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for them. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Now, here's Okoro. Mitchell sets the screen for Okoro. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Ball against Mobley. Now, here's Bridges. T right on him. And here's Miller outside. Here's Williams. Plays it up off the glass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Okoro. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. Knocked away. Stolen by Ball. for the three. The Cavaliers pull it in. Now Okoro shoots. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Oh, just an impressive dunker of the basketball. I love how Bridges just takes the initiative and gets funky with his throwdown.
Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, Kevin, not a penny, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Miller outside, up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now here's Okoro. He's covered by Ball. Allen's shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Miller the pass to Ball. Three-pointer. They grabbed their own miss, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets heading to the bench with a 7. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell is out there with the Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
From past the arc, again, ball missing. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Mobley dishes to Allen. Mobley inside, covered by Miller, and Mobley throws it down.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Here's Ball. Out to Bridges. Takes a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Bridges has got 5 points so far.
You know, since entering the league, Bridges has really worked tirelessly on his game, especially the three-point shot, and you see the results of that labor.
Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Ouch. Unbelievable jam from a player who's given us more than his share of great ones in his time.
You're right, Greg. Defense was nothing but an afterthought on that drive to the hoop.
Well, I don't think anybody wanted to be the guy at the end of the wrong side on that poster.
Drills the three-pointer. Bridges has got the lead up to 9 now for the Hornets.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game. And that's helped them stake this lead.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Bridges finds Ball. Here he goes. And he banks in the layup. 10 points for him.
A master at creating space in the two-man game. That's LaMelo Ball.
One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
5 on the clock. Hunter. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Hey, in today's NBA game, I think you have to stretch the floor if you're going to be competitive and give yourself the best chance to win. They have loads of confidence from three-point land right now.
Mitchell outside. Shot, high post. Bridges with the board.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Miller sets a screen for Ball. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Cavaliers trail by 9. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the last few years we saw teams giving up bounties worth of draft picks and trades for star players. But with teams now possessing more roster spots to develop prospects and about 3/4 of the tradable picks ordered by just a third of the NBA's teams, we may not see so many picks given up moving forward. Kevin?
You're exactly right, David. Something certainly to keep an eye on.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve. Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on them.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Ball kicks to Bridges. Bridges a screen on Hunter. Here's Ball. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Again, it's Donovan Mitchell with a huge night. One of the premier players in our league.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Ball. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Inside. Mobley inside. He's against Bridges. Okoro wide open. He fires. LaMelo Ball getting it done for Charlotte. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Low assist numbers pop out to me. It's a big flashing sign that these guys are being selfish. The only way they're going to get back at...
All right, fellas. Let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
You take a look at the Hornets. Like most teams right now, they're up.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to be...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. Trey Mann is out there with Green. Then it's Williams. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Diabate in at the power forward. And it's Strus missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
In recent seasons, the Charlotte Hornets, Clark, have been very active in the trade market.
Well, it seems like they're always wheeling and dealing. I mean, they're on the quest for that perfect fit lineup, moving pieces around, trying to find the right recipe for success.
Kicks it out to Garland. Pass to Strus. Knocks down the 3-ball. Strus has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Oh, nice pass there. Garland with the great vision.
Here's Mann driving inside. Takes it off the glass.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
That's exactly what they want. Get him into the offensive flow right away and then keep it going.
Softly drops in the floater. And now a 10-point Charlotte lead.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now, here's Garland. Tight defense on him. 3-pointer. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Hornets leading by 7. And there's the drive. They kick it out to Green. And that one, good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And here's Green outside. Here's Okiki, still without a basket. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Drawing fouls, Clark getting to the line, all part of the game, but you think players try and draw fouls too often now?
I do in some cases, but I think it's more on an individual basis. I mean, players have to do what they need to do to try to score the ball. But I don't think anybody likes, one, guys flopping the draw fouls, and then two, whining when fouls aren't called.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Here's Green. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Clark with the Hornets, they were hit with injuries as hard as any team in the NBA in the 23-24 season.
Kevin, I couldn't agree with you more. They were so unfortunate in that regard, and it's not anything you can control, and it made it almost impossible for them to have a productive season because of those injuries.
Williams, a screen on Garland. Man with it, picked up by Thompson. Nobody near Nurkic. A three-pointer off the mark. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 with a three-point shot since coming out of the break.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Count it. Nurkic has got his first points in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Back to Strus. It's stolen by Green. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Here's Nurkic. And the 3 ball is good. Nurkic has got the lead up to 13 now for the Hornets.
Nurkic doesn't take a lot of bad shots, so when he decides to pull up off the dribble, you know he's feeling it. And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Here's Man, guarded by Garland. Nurkic the best of Man. Back to Nurkic. Banked in off the glass. And it's 7 points for Nurkic.
You know, in that first half, a lot more three-point shooting. Since then, though, they've dialed it back.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to 13. Good bucket there from Garland.
Fearless move by Garland inside, going for the high percentage shot.
24 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Man, pass to Nurkic. Wide open look. And Charlotte again with the bucket. 17 seconds left in the third. Here's Green. From down in the low post, it goes. There's 10 seconds left to play in the third. Man with it.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets. Their lead at 15 going into the break. What a night they've had in... And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Charlotte leading by 15. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Okoro out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Trains it from beyond the arc.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Okogie, the pass to Williams. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 17.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Bridges sets the screen for Ball. Over in the corner, Williams. Back to Ball. Fires the three. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got his third assist on the night. And Hunter, here we go. And it's Hunter with the jam.
And what I admire about Hunter is that opportunistic attitude. This kid just makes things happen.
Here's Okogie. Buries it down low. Okogie's got his first 2 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Williams with the steal. Miller kicks to Williams. Miller dishes the ball. Williams a screen on Hunter. Ball against Hunter. Ball, the pass to Williams. Just 4 to shoot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jared Allen. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
And, you know, they've done a fantastic job scoring inside as a result, finding plenty of opportunities to cash in near the hoop.
A nice shot by Okoro.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Ball, the pass to Williams. Ball against Hunter. Back to Williams. Top of the key Ball. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Allen's got 4 rebounds in this game. Hunter kicks to Mitchell. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. That's his first foul.
Team foul.
A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Hunter for 3. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Ball finds Bridges. Knocked loose. Ball against Hunter. Lets it go from deep. And once again off the mark by Charlotte. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Here's Okoro. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Clock at 6. Shoots the 3. Kept alive. Allen outside. Puts up a 3. Bridges with the board. Charlotte has gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Charlotte.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LaMelo Ball.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Fate looking very thin now, Greg, with very few ticks of the clock remaining.
They'll need something special to happen, and it needs to happen fast.
First free throw is good, and that brings them to within 10. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And here is Mitchell. There's Ball with the three. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one.
The end of the game.
This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win.
game of a brand new season. So many possibilities.
Well, you know, BA, for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason pay off.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Williams. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position.
Making the most of the second chance opportunity.
Hey, the hustle is real, and the hustle is rewarded. Halliburton looking for an opening. Pass to Walker. It's rebounded by Charlotte. The Pacers beat them last time when these two met at Indianapolis.
And in their last game against this club, turnovers really were a problem for them.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
You don't want to let them get into a rhythm from out there.
And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Halliburton, the pass to Matherin. From downtown, Ball with the rebound. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Well, Doris, one thing about LaMelo Ball, not many true point guards walking around at 6'7".
BA, the length of a forward and yet one of the most prolific playmakers in the game today. That gives a coach a lot of versatility and options with the one individual player.
Now here's Ball. Pass to Bridges. Back to Ball. 6 to shoot. Bridges outside. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Hits the trifecta. Okogie's got 5.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Pass to Turner. Here's Siakam to the inside. Here's Halliburton. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Siakam.
Yeah, great work on the interior. Halliburton, easy work inside.
Ball against Halliburton. Williams passes to Miller. Williams a screen on Matherin. Here's Miller. Williams finds Miller. Shoots over Matherin. Miller can't get it to go.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
It's tipped and stolen by Williams. Bridges with it. Siakam covering. Here's Okogie. Pass to Miller. Williams with the screen. And Miller good for 3. Miller's gotten his second bucket.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Halliburton outside. Outside Matherin. The 3 is up. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. One thing about the Pacers, Doris, they can flat out score the basketball.
It is incredible to me, BA, how infrequently the ball sticks. They play fast, whether in transition or in the half court. They make defenses work. Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Just a bit ago, Rick Carlisle and I were able to chat. I talked with Coach about LaMelo Ball and what he said to his guys before the game, and he said to me, I just told our guys to be active out there. LaMelo is an energetic, springy player, and we can't let him out-hustle and outwork us. LaMelo is a challenging assignment for any defense. We'll see how this unfolds. Guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
As a roller, Walker has soft hands for the catch, and he is aggressive.
And Ball gets it to go.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Now here's Siakam. Still without a bucket. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Williams against Turner. Clock at 6. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Ball outside. Pass to Bridges. Back to Ball. Beyond the arc. Sinks the tray. Ball's got 5 points.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
And so it's Charlotte in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They put in work down low, getting in close. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Hornets.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down to the three-point land never hurts.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position, Greg?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards, as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
Miller, deflected!
Yeah, a long and lanky guard at 6'7". Mathurin can be a problem defender in this league.
First team foul.
Second chance effort. No good that time. Halliburton with some nice D. Ball against Mathurin. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. The long distance three is buried. Mathurin's got 5 points now this quarter.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
Miles Bridges up in the air above the rim. That is a show. Look out below.
Halliburton outside. And the NBA has regular season games outside the U.S., all over the world. How important is that, Grant?
It's so important, B.A. I mean, basketball has become a global sport. And just look at the recent MVPs. They're mostly international players. So playing games in those countries has helped the game grow all over the world.
My goodness, how about that explosion? Halliburton takes off.
Ball taking his time here. Bridges, a screen on Halliburton. The three from Ball. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Pacers trail by 11. Here's Walker. Outside for Halliburton. No good with the triple. Charlotte has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Hallie.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Alec. Thanks. All no good.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
What a nice-looking drive with LaMelo. Such a hard contest. This guy can handle, and he's got size.
Good look from Mathurin. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. Mathurin's got 9 points now in the quarter. Hornets leading by 7. Bridges, a screen on Mathurin. Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
This guy can make jump shots from anywhere on the floor. We see you, young Mr. Miller.
Pass to Turner. 1:33 left in the second quarter. Now here's Halliburton. He's covered closely. Just 4 to shoot. Walker, a screen on Bridges. Siakam. With 1 on the clock. Outside for Halliburton. Oh, making it look easy. Halliburton.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And it's Ball off the drive. Okogie on the wing. The ball's knocked loose. Back to Ball. Miller, a screen on Halliburton. Here's Ball. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
Ooh, poked away. Stolen by Miller. And it's the Hornets on the break. Ball right side. Out to Bridges for three. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, the improved perimeter shooting of Miles Bridges on display. A 3 right in your eye.
The 3, Matherin. And the jam by Walker.
I mean, what an acrobatic move. Walker just leaving them speechless.
Ball outside. Oh, love to see Ball attack inside.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Ball with a steal. And so it's Charlotte ending the quarter up 10. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks so much, Rick. What did you think of your team's offensive execution in the first half?
We got to get it moving more. We got to get it driven more. They're very physical.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter.
Get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please.
I have some research here that might explain everything. Apparently 3 is more than 2. They keep making 3s.
And moving along, a metric for that first half. Love me. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
On the floor for Charlotte, Josh Green out there with Trey Mann. Then there's Grant Williams. Then it's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Diabate in at the 4. Here's Mann. Got a piece of it.
Boy, impressive defense from top and twice on the pipe. Send it back.
Up top, Bryant. And there's the foul. It's on Grant Williams. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
There's Nesmith with the 3. No luck on that one. Charlotte leading by 10. The Hornets are in the midst of a playoff drought. Their last appearance was 2015, Doris.
Yeah, B.A., that's the longest active streak in the league, not something you love to be associated with. And listen, like other organizations, they've hit on some draft picks, they've missed on some draft picks. A lot of the problem has been injuries that have plagued this organization.
And here's Nurkic for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Toppin outside. And he drives in, dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Well, Doris, for a while, the amount of three-pointers seemed to grow exponentially. I think it's plateaued now.
You know, B.A., I'm not sure I agree that it's plateaued. What we do know unequivocally is these organizations have defined how to be the most efficient basketball team. And each and every year, we're setting records in that category. They're just getting smart about the kinds of shots you want and when. We're seeing more shots at the rim, and we're still heavily emphasizing the three-point line. Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here, just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Oh, too easy for Nurkic. A big man who goes up strong, You have to meet him at the rim and counter his aggression.
Bryant, a screen on Green. Here's Nembhard. Diabate grabs the board.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Takes a three. Green, the pass to Mann. This one for three. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Mann's got 5.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Charlotte leading by 16. And when Josh Green is on the floor, you trust him to make the right decision, Doris.
Well, athletically, he can be a game changer on the defensive end. When he takes care of the ball and makes a simple play, he can be so productive. Guy is very selective when he shoots, very smart basketball player.
For Indiana, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Here he goes on the wing, Bryant. And there's 1:45 left in the third quarter. Uses the glass on the layup. Bryant's got his second basket on the night.
When Thomas Bryant decides to put it on the deck and drive, you better watch out. That's a combination of strength and speed you've got to deal with.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Nembhard with it, working on Green. And here's Toppin from the arc. The shot misses. Hornets leading by 13. The drive by Mann. And here's Nurkic for 3. Left side Mann. Puts up a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Mann's got 10 points here in the second half.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
To the middle. Here's Shepard. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Shepard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge.
Shooting for Charlotte, Diabate. Taking 2 shots.
We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed, even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Neesmith on the wing. Lets it fly. No good with a jumper from the wing.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And so it's Charlotte with an impressive 16-point lead heading into... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. You couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Thomas Bryant out there with Toppin. Then it's Shepard. Then it's Neesmith. And it's Nembhard in at the point. That's the 5 for the Pacers. Man misses. Pacers trail by 16. Here's Nembhard. Pass to Shepard. Back to Nembhard. There's the steal. Outside, Green. Williams from long range. Charlotte again missing.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Outside Neesmith. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Pass to Mann. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball. So Indiana ends up going with a new group.
Substitution on the court.
Well, the Pacers shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
A new lineup here for Charlotte. Three-pointer, Halliburton. He drops it from range.
Tyrese Halliburton has an array of moves offensively. Off the deck, yes, sir.
Halliburton against ball. And he's now 6 for 11 after that one. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Okogie pulls down the board. Hornets leading by 15. Here's Miller. Offensive rebound. The three. And the three-pointer goes.
Oh, Brandon Miller showing off his range right there.
The Pacers have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Outside Walker. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Charlotte.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And also, guys, the tenacity they've shown on the defensive end has been something else. Look at how many blocks they've tallied thus far.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Ball passes to Miller. Back to Ball. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Out to Bridges. Fires the three. And the Hornets, another three.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
A deep three from Ball. The Pacers pull it in. Turner's got 5 rebounds tonight. Down low. Pass to Siakam with the slam.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Here's Ball. Miller, right side. From behind the arc. Indiana with a rebound.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Hornets.
One area where they set themselves apart today, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
It really hindered their opponent all game long. And of course, it helped spark their own offense.
And so this win marks their first victory. Oh my! Wow! Way up there in the rafters!
No one is stopping that.
They set the screen. Ball passes to Miller. Charlotte, no good that time either. Indiana on offense. Trailing by 17. Connects from downtown.
I mean, just so alert with his head on a swivel. Walker able to find the open man.
Now Ball. Three-pointer. The rebound by Turner. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he's going for the oop here. And Siakam with the slam.
And I'll tell you, Matherin's passing game has a solid foundation. Now, hopefully, it continues to grow here.
Ball against Halliburton. Fires from way outside. The shot no good. And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down,
The new season is tipped. Richard, how important is it to get things off to a good start?
I'd say it's fairly important, but this is a long season, Kevin. It's about sustaining a high level of play consistently.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Okoro out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3 slot.
When you're guarding Mobley, you have to finish the possession on D. Seal him off, or Evan, look, this man's going to punish you on that glass.
Outside Mathurin. Tipped away. Stolen by Okoro. Drops in the breakaway layup. Here's Indiana now. 4-point game. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle, and his priority this time out is trying to make it hard for Donovan Mitchell. He told me Donovan is an elite 3-level scorer. It's going to take more than one player to slow him down. We need all 5 guys communicating and working together defensively. A big challenge. Guys?
Thank you, David. One of the most explosive scorers in the NBA, the great Donovan Mitchell.
Well, I think what makes his offensive game so elite is that he is a very strong and physical guard. He's improved his pick-and-roll game, and he's improved his distance from 3. So the space that he has to work from is so impressive. Think D. Wade with a better jumper.
Hunter with a screen on Halliburton. Mitchell up top, guarded by Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. Fires top of the key. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Here's Siakam. That one goes in.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Halliburton against Mitchell. Mobley a screen on Halliburton. And that one's good. Mitchell.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Outside Mathurin. From outside off the mark. And so it's Mobley now who brings it up for Cleveland. And a record-setting season continues for him. Now up over 30 road wins.
And well, you're talking maybe only 15 times in the history of the NBA has a team cleared 30 road wins in a single season. And in that group, a lot of teams that went on to win the championship. I think a lot of people would say this team is the favorite to go all the way.
Hunter with a screen on Mathurin.
Bad screen.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Out to Turner. Here's the 3. Sinks the 3-pointer.
Makes decisive decisions on the hardwood. Once Turner saw the catch and shoot opportunity, he was locked and loaded.
Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell at the dunk.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Walker against Mitchell. Siakam sets a screen for Mathurin. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
The drive by Mitchell. Pacers with the rebound.
You try to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least, about a week.
Here's Allen.
Allen is a monster on the glass and continues to improve as a scorer.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And he shot 74 from the line a season ago.
And that one falls for Allen. And he makes both free throws. Pacers trail by 4. Halliburton with it. There's 42 seconds left in the first. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And it's Allen with the jam.
And this is why you feed the big fella Allen on the inside. With his size, he is a major threat anywhere around that hoop.
Halliburton feeling it out a bit. Misses the 3. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Mitchell outside. Pass to Allen, out to the wing. Mitchell up top, wide open. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Mitchell's got 9.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Turner for 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Cavaliers. He finishes with 9 points. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You can tell with that smile on his face. Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
Since his first day in the league, Richard, Evan Mobley has been an elite defender.
And that's why he's been compared to Hall of Famers like Kevin Garnett. But we still need to see him develop the offensive end for those comparisons, to be fair.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking them in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky's the limit. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Right? You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
And Mobley throws it down.
Yeah, and Mobley's teammates love throwing lobs his way. Why? Because he catches pretty much anything you throw up there.
Halliburton finds Turner, and it's Turner finishing it off.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Mitchell passes to Okoro. Hunter against Walker. Pulls up on the wing. Hunter, no good.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Outside Mathurin. Back to Siakam. Pass to Halliburton. Some nice passing here by Indiana. 3-on-3. And the foul on Jarris Walker. And that'll be his third foul so far.
They might start using him a little bit more sparingly with 3 fouls already before the half.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Halliburton kicks to Turner. Turner with a screen for Mathurin. Back to Turner. And it's Mathurin missing.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Mobley outside. Takes the three. Misses the hole, and he's now 3 for 4. Pacers trail by 13. Mathurin with the ball. Guarded now by Okoro. To the middle. And Turner with the basket on the assist by Halliburton. 7 points for Miles Turner. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Halliburton against Mitchell. Mobley outside. Back to Mitchell. Over Halliburton. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Mitchell's got the lead up to 13 now for the Cavs. Halliburton outside. Pass to Siakam. And stolen by Mobley. And here is Okoro. And a miss there on the triple. Mobley left side. Shot clock at 5. Mobley a screen on Mathurin. Okoro shot is off. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Mathurin launches a 3. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And for a classic 2-guard like Mathurin, you have to knock down threes with consistency.
Mitchell against Halliburton. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And 1 step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off. Got it at the buzzer.
That is how you finish it.
Very important triple there at the buzzer.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And get ready.
Guys, I want to talk about something else for just a second. Is it me, or have the alternative jerseys around the league gotten a little... Now let's talk about our featured game. Guys, Donovan Mitchell was the star of that first half.
I'm trying to think.
Thanks for joining us.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. Garland is out there with Green. Then it's Max Strus. Then it's Thompson. And it's Okiki in at the 4 shot. And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. That's his first foul. Green kicks to Thompson. Pass to Okiki. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from the wing. Right wing. Outside Garland. Another shot. Nembhard grabs the board. Pacers trail by 7. And the improvement, RJ, from Garland's dribble drive game has been immense.
Kevin, his confidence when he is ready to attack is next level. He's got great footwork. He's got a great handle. Very few defenders can stay in front of him in a one-on-one situation.
Here's Shepard. Misses from short range. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Nembhard, guarded by Garland. Shoots the three. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game.
A year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
And he makes all 3. And we see dunkers get technicals for hanging on the rim, slapping the backboard, or Richard even staring someone down. Should refs let that slide, or is that something they got to pay attention to?
I don't mind the hanging on the rim, the smacking the backboard. I love that aggression. The staring people down, that's something you got to be careful with because that can cause some problems, and we don't want any of those issues on the court.
And once again, off the mark by Indiana.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Offensive rebound. And Thompson gets it to go.
And this is what Thompson does best. His aggressiveness on the boards is what makes him a valuable player.
Nembhard with it. Garland picks him up. Cavaliers with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now, here's Strus. He's covered closely. Toppin pulls it in. Pacers trail by 8. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Crafty move. Here's Shepard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Shepard's got his first bucket in this one.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Garland looking it over. It's Strus on the wing. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Strus has got 4 this quarter. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Nembhard. Indiana with a new shot clock. Toppin can't get it to go. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Here's Okeke. No scoring in this one. And Aaron Nesmith gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Third team foul.
1:06 left in the third. Inside. The shot by Thompson, no good. Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Toppin. Oh, he misses the dunk.
He tried to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again. He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. There's Garland, and he converts the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
Using that quick first step on his way to the rim, Garland is just too tough off the bounce.
Here's Nemhard, guarded by Garland. It's good. Nemhard's got 4 points in the quarter. Now, here's Garland. The three. Hits it from three-point range. Got it up. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Cleveland in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page. Woo.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. And it's Walker in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Outside Mathurin. Siakam, a screen on Hunter. 4 on the shot clock. And a wide open look for Halliburton. Off target from three-point range.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Hunter, the pass to Mitchell. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Walker against Mobley. Count that one.
The nice touch from the interior. Mobley looks very comfortable shooting from there.
Pacers trail by 12. Halliburton outside. Stolen by Okoro. The drive by Mitchell. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Mathurin finds Turner. Will it go? Takes it out to Siakam. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And wiry strong. Siakam just snakes inside and makes a nice play off the contact.
Halliburton against Mitchell. From outside the arc. Walker with the rebound. The Pacers shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Siakam sets a screen for Walker with the drive. The layup missed. And Joe Allen will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And the foul on Jarris Walker. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Now at 4 fouls in the game, he'll start to have to be a little bit more careful with his defense the rest of the way.
Mitchell with it. Shoots from the elbow and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
And it's Halliburton penetrating, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
So good at just reading the defense. That time, Halliburton maintains his dribble and gets to where he wants to go.
Mitchell against Halliburton. Mobley a screen on Halliburton. And here is Mobley over Siakam. Mobley misses. On the wing, Mathurin. To the paint, stolen by Okoro. Allen finds Mobley. Mitchell with it. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Allen for the three. Connects from three-point range.
3 points.
And the Cavaliers lead by 16. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific, doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Cleveland.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Donovan Mitchell.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. From the arc. It's rebounded by Indiana. Mathurin for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
A bona fide playmaker. Halliburton makes his teammates better.
And Cleveland can just let the clock run down here. So it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.